Namaste beautiful yogis, welcome to what I eat in a day video. Now I will try to show you a few different days in the future, examples of what I eat in a day, because I don't eat the same every single day, and today you're gonna see me eat a little more heavy on the fruit side and not many vegetables, just some grains, and I'll show you the macros at the end. I'll show you also the vitamins that I take, not on a daily basis but every so often. And I eat right around 3 p.m. 4 p.m. in the afternoon. That's my lunch time, usually fruit, and then dinner time a little later, which is usually vegetables, but about once a week I have fruit for dinner as well, which is today's vlog is going to be that, just fruit for dinner, and that helps me with energy levels, with just balancing my digestive system, helping me rebalance my system, and just basically fruit is easier on the digestion, so it helps you not put so much energy into the digestion but in your day, and kind of detox a little bit. I take vitamin B12 from My Kind, and then I just got this because it's recommended for babies, so I figured after research that I will take that vegan D3. I'll take it and I'll give a little bit to my baby, and periodically I take spirulina because it adds zinc and calcium and iron to my diet, which zinc can tend to be a little problematic on a vegan diet. So, well, you're gonna be watching what I eat in a day, breastfeeding, vegan style, intermittent fasting, and I do have some drinks and stuff in the intermittent fasting period. So this is one type of a day that I had. There is different days I have. I will show you in the future vegetable dinner day. So stick around and let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them. Eat in a day. Milk. Milk.
Of the nations, the growing fever of the nations.
Look at that birdie. Look at that birdie. The first part of my day I am just drinking drinks and sometimes having small bites of things, but overall I'm drinking stuff kind of like intermittent style. There is calories. I'm not calorie free, but kind of empty belly, if that makes sense. So I'm making this blended drink from, I just put a splash or just half a cup of almond coconut milk and a sip of thorn juice, and that's a puree actually. So a little stevia, and I fill up the rest with water and I blend it and I drink that. This actually has, especially for breastfeeding needs, it has iron in it and calcium, and it has a lot of omega-3 fats. You see, this is calories from fats for juice. That's incredible. So that's the type of stuff I'm drinking, plus some coconut water. I've been drinking coconut water and coffee latte, and that was it. I had a lot of chocolate today. Normally I have just like 3 squares, but today I probably had 6 or 7 of those squares. And I've roasted, last night I cooked pumpkin, so I roasted the squash seeds, so I will be munching on this. Once I'm done drinking a lot of drinks, I will have 2 of these melons, and then I'll wait a little bit, and some of these grapes, and I'll show you what I'll have for dinner. So this would be my first meal, lunch. So it is around 4 o'clock, and I've been having drinks. Whenever I go to the kitchen, I just go make a blended drink. This is the sea buckthorn one, so I'm staying hydrated. I had coconut water and some of the coconut meat today. That's not common for me because I have not been buying coconuts. The chocolate, the drinks, and after I am done now with working out, I have the melon and the watermelon and some grapes, and then I have no idea what I'll have for dinner, but whatever is in the freezer. It might be, normally it's vegetables, but if I don't have anything, I might make a bowl of berries with peanut powder and nut milk and stevia, and it becomes this amazing, delicious frozen berries, ice creamy amazingness. So that might be for dinner if I don't find vegetables in my fridge. Lotus approves of this message. Food, yes. Food, yes. Melon actually doesn't, it seems to be one of the best breastfeeding foods, and if you have problems with your milk supply, definitely add fruit, extra fruit. Sometimes I actually have to eat vegetables for dinner on purpose so that I don't overproduce milk. And chronometer, I often talk about chronometer. It's great for tracking your supply, your nutrients, macronutrients, micronutrients, and so on. All right, workout time. She loves all her toys, and that's Krampus, because it's Krampus, and she loves that. And he has also a lot of sound stuff. I think it's from Jennifer from the group, and she loves all her toys. We don't have too many toys, which was my goal, and we use them all. Everything we got is a gift, or everything we have, it's exactly enough. We use everything. But anyways, we don't have much, and I kind of like that. And everything we get is precious because of that, and because she's just using everything. Look at this. I have a really cool little thing to tell you, even though this is just what I eat vlog. But I was laying here with her thinking, the meaning of life is not art, because I often have this conversation with John, my partner, and sometimes I do agree, yeah, it's art, creativity, and sometimes it's just the just understanding the divine, growing awareness. That's the meaning of life. And sometimes I think, no, my meaning, my purpose is service, and it's all of that. Obviously, if you look at your chart, go to astro.com and enter your information, and if you look at your north node, or look at a calculator for north node, where your north node is, that will tell you what's the meaning, the purpose of this life for you. For me, it's in Virgo, in 5th house, so it is to serve through creativity. So in my creative ways, you have to look at the house, which is in what ways, and at the sign, which is what. So for me, Virgo is service. So if I don't serve, I have no purpose. For me to fulfill my purpose as a human being, and she has the same north node, so she's resonating with what I'm saying. She has it in Virgo too, which happens every 10 years. No, every 20 years. So in order for you to understand your purpose through astrology, look at your north node, and that shows you, that's the nodes of the moon. It's complicated, I'm not going to go into it, but it will show you how and where you're supposed to grow in this life to fulfill your purpose. And the south node, which is exactly opposite of the north node of the moon, will show you what you achieved in your last life, and where your riches are, easy talents. For me, that's Pisces in 11th house, so serving the community in a spiritual way. what do you know? It's easy for me, and that is true. For me, it's very easy to be spiritual, but it's not that easy to be practical, which is Virgo, and that's where my North Node is, my purpose for this life. I have to learn that. So obviously you have another 11 options, and that's my mine is Virgo and Pisces, the axis, and that's where you can see your purpose. Say if your North Node is in Aries, that's completely different purpose in life than Virgo. Your purpose will be to express yourself as a leader, as an individuality. If it's in first house, that would be through your body, through the physical. And you will check what it is, and you can read what it is, and kind of you'll understand more about yourself. North Node is one of the most important things to look in astrology for, and also I don't want to confuse you, but also the aspects it makes, it's the next step. So that's for those of you that are interested in astrology. But even if you are not interested, just read your North Node. You're not gonna regret knowing this bit about yourself. All right. I'm gonna exercise, then I'll eat my melon and grapes and stuff. I don't mix melon and grapes. Don't mix melons with anything because it just will give you indigestion. If you wanna eat other things, just wait 20 minutes. Just find something to do in between eating the melon and the other stuff so that they don't mix. The longer you wait, the better, especially if you eat a lot of melons. And I will probably make tea from my seeds. I cannot get over this little outfit. Baby outfits are so ridiculously cute, and there is a birdie on here, isn't it? Is this your face? Is this you? Is this you? That's our Aries stage in life, when we start to discover who we are, that we're an individual separate of the whole, because we just separated from the whole. We became into this world and we become separate. So that's the Aries, the baby of the zodiac. So babies go through all the stages. We all go through all the stages in consciousness and in physicality. So that was a little astro talk. I honestly thought for a big part of my life that I might become a professional astrologer, because it's one of my big passions, just like herbology is. I know a lot about astrology, a lot. So that's why I thought I will talk a little bit about it to make this eating video. I have not been that interested in food talking lately, because I just eat simple, and it's because my body has been so intuitive. I eat so simple, and it's just not much to say about it. And also I've been doing it for so long, the vegan everything, that it's just so natural to me. It's just, there's not much to think about. I buy interesting items that come up seasonally. I don't buy luxurious items. Unfortunately, someone sent me an email saying that I eat very luxurious and I have a luxurious lifestyle, and I shouldn't promote that. And we have canine teeth because we are supposed to kill animals, and I don't want to come off as I have a luxurious lifestyle. I buy whatever is in season, and it's sometimes cheaper than it is in Bulgaria, which has cheap fruit. This country has cheap fruit. So California fruit is cheap. Obviously, if you live somewhere else, fruit is not cheap. So then you're gonna have to eat other things that are affordable there. But I always try to be sustainable and affordable. And of course, I do splurge in certain foods and things, because food is hell, and if we don't eat good food, then we're gonna have to set up money aside for, sickness. So that's where we can splurge, but in general I try to be sustainable. And as far as for the canines, I'll just, one thing to just think about is when we see a little bunny rabbit, we don't want to tear it apart. Or when we see a puppy, and an omnivore and a carnivore would want to do that, especially the babies. They want to eat them because they're vulnerable. We don't want to do that. Okay, and then we go, are we omnivorous? We're not carnivorous for sure, because we can't live without fiber and carbs. But are we omnivorous? I have read a bunch of studies that suggest that we might not be omnivores at all. We've adapted to an omnivorous diet, but a true omnivore would not develop plaque from cholesterol and saturated fats, and we humans, we develop, humans develop plaque if we're fat, if we're fat, cholesterol and saturated fat. We can't process it well. So we possibly are not even omnivorous, but you know, I don't care about this discussion. The reason why I'm vegan is really, I love that it's the healthiest diet there is, I believe. But the reason why I'm vegan is because once I realized what meat is, and I realized that it's actually taking someone's life against their will, that was it for me. I clicked in for me at 16, I think, or around that age. I don't remember, unfortunately, but I was young. It clicked in for me, and that was it. As soon as I realized it, it was no going back. It was overnight and no going back. Of course, I forgot to shoot dinner. That's the leftover of it. But we came to Whole Foods. It's been weeks since we last were at Whole Foods.
This is our date night.
This is our actual date night. And there wasn't much because we came so late at the bar. So I got kale salad with avocado dressing and a ton of pumpkin seeds. And I'm gonna have to have something else. What else did we buy? We got kombucha. That's our fancy. Some magnesium, a magnesium drink to try. Something with magnesium and B vitamins. And I got chocolate with salted almonds. It should be good actually. So I'll probably have something more later because that's not enough. All done, and someone is starting to get going. Are you ready for home? I had so many pumpkin seeds. They were delicious with cilantro and kale. Okay, mama. I'm home now. It's a little later in the evening, so I don't want to eat anything heavy because I don't want to go to bed on a heavy belly. But I'm going to have nut milk, my cereal basically, nut milk with grapes. That's a lot, that's a few apples. With grapes and PB powder, peanut butter powder, so that I can get up to the 2000 calories. And let's go to baby. Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea how delicious this is. It's just the yummiest red delicious apples with the peanut and coconut milk. It's ridiculous. It's better than dessert. And I'm sure I'll have another bowl. So here at the end of the video you can screen freeze, pause the video and look at my nutrients and intake. I am not very approximate about my quantities. I kind of eyeball my quantities, so I am not 100% sure about every single quantity. I just go by my appetite. And you can see that even on a high in fruit day, I covered most of my nutrients. Now don't worry about the protein, amino acids. The amino acids are not covered very well when I eat unusual items because they're not entered in the data. So the coconut meat, spirulina, those don't have amino acid profile on there. Otherwise I am covering, I'm pretty sure, all my amino acids. I'm also showing you in a second where my calcium, zinc, folate comes from. So you can pause that and look at those stats and where my iron came from. Those tend to be a little problematic, the iron, zinc, and calcium on a vegan diet, so it's good to pay attention to them if you're an athlete, if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant, or if you're under high stress where you might be using extra nutrients, burning up extra nutrients. And also I have a freeze frame for omega-3s. Usually it's good to be a little higher in omega-3s, but some days when I eat guacamole and pumpkin seeds, those can add up the omega-6s as well. When you're high in omega-3s, your inflammation levels go down, so it's very important. Also good for brain development and brain function. Here you can see my iron. It's really high, through the roof, really. For breastfeeding needs, which are almost twice as much as a man's needs, I still go. Is this 400%? Yes, because sea buckthorn is high, spirulina is high, parsley, kale, all those things are high. For zinc, this usually you have to pay attention to your zinc. It can come from Nutritional very easily. Pumpkin, chocolate, cantaloupe, cauliflower, those have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Namaste.